I know you feel some type of way. I let you guilty until proven innocent. Too much money in my wallet, I can't even count. Heard them bitches. Fuck out my face. Get the fuck out my face. Get the fuck out my face. Get the fuck out my face. I make a few bands on the walk through. Watch me, hey, watch me walk through.
I am Brandy Simone Griffin, and by extension, Lamar. If you know Quan, you know his motto was fam first, right next to that's right too. My dad, Corey Lamar, came into my life when I was 3 years old, which means at 3 years old, I gained a brother. Well, two, but I wouldn't meet Duke until later. Quan and I always had a unique bond. I never would have imagined that my brother would blow up to be a global icon and legend. This is the same person who would ask me to call my mom and our dad while they were on a date night to see if he could use the car to go get me McDonald's. I never asked for McDonald's, and I don't think he was coming back for food, but they already told you about his women. This is the person who told me and Duke we were just playing boot camp in the basement, just so he could turn the treadmill up to 15 and watch us fly off. I still have the scars on my back to prove it. This is the same jokester who hid behind my parents' door for God knows how long just to jump out and terrify the crap out of me so that I could go running, screaming, and crying into my dad's arms. I never would have guessed that same brother and jokester would have such a major impact on hip hop culture, black culture, Atlanta, and the world. But he did. I remember when Quan first blew up, I was 16. My dad had just bought me a silver convertible Beetle. I would ride up the hill to Mays High School with the top dropped to type away. Rain, sleet, hot, cold, snow, it did not matter. While I always thought he was talented and it was cool to have a brother who was a celebrity, he was never Rich Homie Quan to me, just my brother. I take comfort in the fact that the last conversation we had, 2 days before he passed, we were starting to plan our dad's 55th birthday celebration in Miami. The last words he said to me were, I love you, sis. We never think about the mortality of our siblings, our parents, grandparents, and other elders, maybe. But a brother at 34, never. My lesson in this is make sure you hold your loved ones tight and tell them you love them often so that when God calls them home, you're at peace knowing the relationship y'all had, the love y'all shared, and that they're resting easy with God in heaven. Until we meet again, I love you, Quan.
Greetings. How everybody doing today? A little quiet in here, ain't it? I'm not here to talk about no memories. I'm just speaking. Progress. The verb definition of progress is to move forward or onward in a space of time. Your life was the definition of progress, big brother. The good work that was put in day by day didn't go unnoticed. I can promise you that. When becoming a man, when becoming a man, we must become uncomfortable with being we must become comfortable with being uncomfortable. I apologize. You was a testimony of that. Your life was built brick by brick with many troubles along the way, but count your blessings and not your troubles was the cornerstone of it all. We all appreciate your life. It gave us light that can never be duplicated. As crazy as it sounds, life isn't fair, but that's what makes it fair for us all. Now, family, as Frederick Douglass once stated, without struggle, there's no progress. And right now, we're going through a very tough struggle. We must embrace the situation in one another. Iron sharpens iron, so we may bend, but breaking is not an option. If you didn't have a reason before, you got one now. And know a journey of 1,000,000 miles begins with one single step. Rest easy, big brother.
Hey y'all. I don't really have too much to say, but the world knows I love my brothers. My brothers, the world knows. Um, I just want to say thank you. I always bragged about him from his very first song to his last one. I was his biggest fan. Whoever he went against, I went against with him. Wherever Dre wasn't, I was. From the west side to the east side, they know me. From being Quan Crazy Sister. So to everybody, I just want everybody to, if this was the message, Thank you, and to my family. We gonna get better. And to them kids, I'm TT. I'm gonna forever be TT. To my brother Dre, I love you. Everybody on this front line, I love you. Second line and third line. To everybody that traveled with him, thank you for protecting him and bringing him back home for one. I mean, bringing back home one. Back to my mom. Ma, I got you. Ma, I got you. Thank you.
I never really prepared anything to say to my brother in the casket, so I'm just gonna go. Um, I lost my dad in 21, so to lose my brother in 24 is just, like it's the hole is deeper. So to keep going forward for the kids and myself, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be easy, but I don't know how to fail. I wasn't raised on failure. I wasn't raised on quitting. My mama showed me how to love. My daddy taught me strict behavior and taught me how to get up when I fall. And Corey taught me the same things, and he also taught us how to hustle. So if we don't know how to do nothing else, we know how to keep going. You feel me? So it's hard, and we never had these discussions. Like me and Quan would talk about everything. We never planned on talking about planning our funerals for each other. So like this is still unbelievable. I feel like flies. I can't. I don't want to accept it, but I have to. I don't know. My brother, he hurt me with this. He hurt me, man. But to see him grow and to know like we started this from a karaoke machine. Like my brother made his own beats. He recorded himself. He learned how to do all that with no school. Like I would be outside playing sports and he'd be in the house on a computer. Like, it's just what he was. He perfected his craft, and I stood there and I watched him grow every day, every night. I traveled with him everywhere. He took us from around 285 to flights to Dubai. In 2014, I traveled the world with a passport. Like, since I was a child, my mama always made me walk to the bathroom with my brother, and he was the oldest. You know, it's, I could be mid-bite, like, get up, you better go follow him to that bathroom. So I was always his protector, even though he was the oldest, I always walked through them doors first. And he has now opened up doors for his family for us to continue and be better than what we were yesterday. So I want to applaud him and tell him that I appreciate him from taking me from 285, Old National, to the East Side, to endless flights, from instant oatmeal and cereal to continental breakfast. Not and from continental breakfast to personal chefs. You know what I'm saying? Like we went from apartments, sometimes no hot water, man. Like we didn't stop. I love you, man.